Hey, Uriel Kame here, and today I'm going to talk to you about the health benefits of fish oil. Now, before we get into the specifics of the specific health benefits of fish oil, I want to talk to you about, first of all, what fish oil is and why it's important. Now, the problem with today's kind of modern lifestyle is that we have become overly inflamed. So you've probably heard of inflammation, right? When you cut yourself, you get a little scar and that kind of becomes inflamed. That's your body ways of healing itself on the external surface. Now, the same thing happens internally. And the problem is that when you have chronic systemic inflammation, which so many of us do due to our lifestyle and dietary choices, we become inflamed and we have a chronic state of inflammation, which we now know is pretty much the foundation, the common ground, if you will, amongst all disease. So we're talking about dementia, heart disease, cancer, diabetes. All of them have at their foundation grassroots this chronic systemic inflammation. So how do we get so inflamed? Well, we consume a lot of foods that are very high in, as an example, omega-6 fatty acids. These are the fatty acids that are typically found in vegetable oils like canola oil, soybean oil, safflower oil, and certain nuts like almonds are higher in omega-6. Obviously, almonds have their benefits as well, but overdoing the almonds can obviously outweigh that normal ratio. So here's the thing to consider: we need a proper ratio of omega-3 to omega-6, which should be about 1:1. Unfortunately, because of all these processed oils we're now eating, that ratio is about 1:10, so 10 times more omega-6 than omega-3. And omega-3s are so important because they are anti-inflammatory. Omega-6 are pro-inflammatory, which means they create inflammation inside the body. So when you think about it, disease is linked to inflammation. Omega-3s are highly anti-inflammatory. It makes sense to want to consume more omega-3 fatty acids. Now, it just so happens that fish oil is one of the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids. The reason for that is because fish oil comes in the pre-formed version of what our body uses called EPA and DHA. You've probably heard of these before. They are very long-chain fatty acids which our body converts our body converts from omega-3 fatty acids. Now, fish oil already gives you those EPA and DHA molecules without your body having to convert that from omega-3 itself. And that's a very good thing because a lot of plant-based omega-3 fats like flax oil or hemp seed oil, as an example, are great. However, the human body doesn't convert them very well into EPA and DHA. So fish oil is very important because we get those molecules very readily. So I want to talk now about the health benefits of fish oil. Fish oil is very important because, first of all, as I just mentioned, it's highly anti-inflammatory. EPA and DHA both have a tremendous impact at the cellular level for reducing inflammatory markers. And that's very important because cellular aging and cellular death are linked to inflammatory processes inside our cells, inside our body. So that's the first and most important thing, is inflammation and fish oil's ability to reduce systemic inflammation throughout your body. Very important. Now, these kind of coincide with each other. The second thing is that fish oil is very important because of its omega-3s to solidify and improve the health of the cell membranes around all of the cells in your body. Okay, so you've got trillions of cells in your body, and each of those cells has a cell membrane. The cell membrane is made up of phospholipids, which are just types of fats, and cholesterol and some little proteins here and there. So we need a healthy ratio of omega-3 fats that are in the cellular membrane, as well as cholesterol and some other building blocks, to give it fluidity but also structure. Now, if your diet is high in saturated fat, as an example, or high in omega-6 fatty acids, those will be the building blocks that make up your cellular membrane, and as a result, the cell membrane won't be as resistant to allowing bad stuff in. So it's more permeable, bad stuff can come in, good stuff can get out, so it just becomes leakier, and that's not a good thing. So omega-3s are very, very important for the health of your cells because they fortify the cell membrane around those cells. Okay, so those are two really, really important things. And then, like, when we look at a bigger picture from those very, very cellular processes, we look at the benefit of fish oil in respect to reducing heart disease. And I mean, there's been hundreds, if not thousands, of studies that have shown this, and specifically with those with high levels of triglycerides in the blood, which are essentially fat molecules in the blood. fish oil supplementation has been shown to dramatically reduce that, which is very, very, very important for preventing heart attacks and various cardiovascular disease outcomes. Okay, so heart disease, cardiovascular disease is a very, very, very important preventative outcome that fish oil is enabling everyday people to achieve. So that's because, again, anti-inflammation, it reduces triglycerides in the blood. It also has been shown to reduce hypertension or high blood pressure. So those are very, very good things. Now, coinciding with that, we look at stroke and things of that nature in the brain, which is essentially a heart attack in the brain where the blood vessels don't allow oxygen to different parts of the brain. So again, fish oil, because of its actions with triglyceride levels and reducing inflammation in the blood, allow better blood flow to the brain. And also with respect to reducing dementia and things like Alzheimer's and different neurological disorders, fish oil has been shown to be of great benefit because it is now improving the cellular health within all of your neurons, all those brain cells inside your nervous system. So there's so many benefits to fish oil that it's very, very, very hard for me not to recommend it to pretty much anyone. The only people that would kind of be contraindicated to take fish oil are those who are on blood thinners. So if you're on a blood thinner, you obviously want to check with your doctor ahead of time because fish oil will, as I just mentioned, kind of thin your blood by reducing a lot of that coagulation and stuff. So those are just a few of the health benefits of fish oil. But again, the problem is, how do you choose one? There's so many fish oils, there's so many products on the market. You go liquid, you go capsule, what do you do? And understand this, there are things you don't even know. For instance, did you know that there are different types of processing with respect to fish oil, right? So certain fish oils use a certain type of a fat molecule, if you want to think of it that way, that is not easily absorbed by your digestive system. So in essence, you could be taking a fish oil and wasting your money because you're not even absorbing it properly. So how do you know what to choose? It's really tough unless you know what to look out for. Now, to help you out, I've actually just prepared a new special health report. It's called Fish Oil, your unbiased guide to choose the best omega-3 supplements. And in this special guide, you're going to learn everything you possibly ever wanted to know about fish oil. The health benefits in more detail, how to choose one, what are the differences between the different processing types that I just talked about, the different types of fat molecules that you could possibly be ingesting, and why is one better than the other. We'll be looking at what if you don't want to have, what if you're a vegan, what if you don't want to consume fish oil, what are some other options like algae oils or stuff like that. What's the difference between actually eating fish or supplementing with fish oil in terms of its health benefits. All of that and more is in this new fish oil guide. So I highly recommend that you check it out. The link should be somewhere around here, and you'll be blown away by the information. And the whole idea is that by the end of the report, you'll have a much better understanding, peace of mind, and clarity as to how to choose the best fish oil for you. And actually in the report, I'm going to make I make two recommendations for two really high quality fish oils that you can find at your local health food store. Okay, so really, really awesome content, amazing information that everyone needs to know about because of the importance of fish oil and omega-3 fats. And I highly recommend that you grab your copy today. In the meantime, I'm Uriel Kame. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you soon.